SCP.
Jesus, they keep fucking doing construction on this place. Why are there no lights in here? Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, there's the power. Thank God. Fuck. Oh, fine. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dr. Osborne, and the SCP we're going to be looking at today is SCP-400, Object Class Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. To better understand how SCP-400 functions, a concrete parking garage has been constructed at Site-81. This garage is equipped with electromagnetic bombs, reinforced steel bollards, a hydraulic car lift, a complete set of tools for maintenance, several manual lift jacks, a parts washer, and multiple computers with roadblocks installed. There should be at least 2 on-site personnel to monitor SCP-400, which rotate shifts at all times. Should SCP-400-A or SCP-400-B manifest at any point, or if a breach within SCP-400 occurs, Mobile Task Force MTF-14, also known as Freshy's Nightmare, is to be sent in to euthanize any manifestations, and all civilians involved are to have their accounts deleted and administered Class A amnestics. The engine belonging to SCP-400 has been dismantled and is currently being stored and researched in an on-site anomalous materials lab. However, any anomalous activity involving SCP-400 is to be reported to any on-site staff of Level 3 clearance or higher. Should any person be linked to the phenomena caused by SCP-400, they are to be interrogated and evaluated to be given amnestic under the guise of medication for nausea. Foundation staff are to be in close contact with Roblox developers in the very rare case SCP-400-A and SCP-400-B breach containment. This is to be considered a top-level priority, as these entities could likely cause an LV-0 lifted veil scenario. Any devices confirmed to have been affected by either SCP-400, SCP-400-A, or SCP-400-B are to be evaluated for continued operation. Otherwise, they must be destroyed or incinerated. Roblox accounts determined to have interacted with SCP-400-A or B are to be deleted under the guise of running unauthorized third-party software. Accounts for monitoring SCP-400 behavior are to be cycled once per month to avoid infection. Should any account be infected, refer to the method of destruction mentioned above. Description: SCP-400 is a red 2010 Toyota Prius. SCP-400 has no exterior anomalies and as such appears as an ordinary car. However, SCP-400 has been observed to travel significantly faster than the engine and car size should reasonably allow. Observed instances suggest speeds of up to 700 km an hour are not uncommon, and SCP-400 does not seem to deteriorate or show any signs of damage while traveling at such speeds. The inside of SCP-400 appears to be the standard 2010 Toyota Prius interior, save for one out-of-place button on the dashboard labeled Gang. If any device with the game Roblox installed running the user-made experience Deepwoken is within a 50-meter radius of SCP-400, it will park itself at the nearest available public parking place. Upon turning off its engine, 2 humanoid creatures labeled SCP-400-A and SCP-400-B will emerge from SCP-400. These beings have very malformed anatomy and appear to have inhumanly extreme cases of macrostomia.
Macrostomia is a very rare condition in which an individual is subject to an enlargement of the mouth.
These beings are also capable of transporting themselves in and out of technology, treating screens as some sort of portal. How they are able to achieve this is not currently understood, nor is it currently possible to observe such an event, as most electronic devices will power down if SCP-400 is nearby. If either SCP-400-A or SCP-400-B happen to find a person using the device SCP-400 has parked near, SCP-400-A or B, or both, will teleport themselves as well as the individual into the computer. At this point, the computer is now labeled SCP-400-C. Upon arrival, the individual will be subjected to extreme torture and violence, usually involving beating, flaying, dismemberment, burning, or even disbowelment without anesthesia. No documented individuals have lived longer than 5 hours. Once the individual has died, SCP-400-A or B will leave the game, but rather than leave back through the screen, they will appear back inside of SCP-400. As stated earlier, it is not clear how this is performed, as all technology ceases function while this is performed. If another individual enters the room while the attack is ensuing, it is likely that they will experience delusions of grandeur and believe they are one of the characters in the world and can stop the encounter. The longer this individual is exposed to the encounter on screen, the worse their health gets. At around the 5-minute mark, observers will begin experiencing extreme nausea. At 10 to 15 minutes, observers will start to have incoherent ramblings, usually involving a being referred to as the Enforcer, and how they can stop him if they enter the screen. At 30 to 50 minutes, the individual will start becoming violent, grabbing nearby objects and using them to hurt themselves or break other objects. At 60 minutes, most individuals observed will die from cardiac arrest or exsanguination. After the attack, SCP-400 will drive away, usually reaching roughly 5 kilometers from where the attack took place before disabling surveillance technology and subsequently demanifesting. SCP-400 is very likely to attack the same account again if it happens to be shared with another device, and this has no limit on range. Therefore, if another user used it on the other side of the world and launches Deepwoken with the same account, an SCP-400 encounter is likely to occur. SCP-400-A and SCP-400-B are not impervious to neutralization. Firearms, bladed weapons, and chemical weapons have shown to be effective at neutralizing them. However, once neutralized, they will manifest once more inside SCP-400 shortly thereafter. If at any point SCP-400 breaks down during these attacks, SCP-400-D manifests. SCP-400-D is a large tow truck branded Run It Back. SCP-400-D will begin lifting SCP-400 somehow without the help of a towing crew. Once successfully mounted on the towing hardware, SCP-400-D will travel around the same distance it takes for SCP-400 to demanifest, while also disabling surveillance of any kind. Around 15 to 35 minutes later, SCP-400 will return to the location, even if another computer running Deepwoken is detected closer. It is very hard to study SCP-400-D due to the fact that it only manifests when SCP-400 breaks down on its own and not by the hand of someone or something else. All efforts to break SCP-400 in order to summon SCP-400-D have failed. Addendum 400-A. Discovery and Oh, you mother...
Warning.
Oh my god, I hate
You are
this
attempting
damn
to access a restricted Foundation document.
Alright,
Unauthorized
blah,
personnel
blah, blah. Come on,
will be terminated via mimetic kill agent. You have been warned. Life signs detected. Thank you for your cooperation.
Finally, thank God that's over with. Anyway, as I was saying, Addendum 400-A. Discovery and capture of SCP-400. SCP-400 was discovered due to a series of missing persons and murder cases in 2005. The nature of these cases couldn't be explained by law enforcement, so the Foundation was contacted to see if they were in any way anomalous. Once the trend of Roblox users specifically being targeted was picked up on, the SCP Foundation had devised a plan to capture SCP-400. A D-Class, known as D-8321, was stationed at a computer within a building closed down under the guise of a remodel. Nearby, several armored vehicles and a tow truck were waiting for an ambush. Soon after, SCP-400 parked near the building. And after SCP-400-A and SCP-400-B had left SCP-400, the ambush ensued, resulting in a swift capture of not only SCP-400, but also SCP-400-A and B, as they could not demanifest inside SCP-400 like they usually do. Note from Dr. Kashen.
Interesting. The car made no attempt to flee once the tow truck arrived. You think, going at the speed it's capable of, 400 would have absolutely been long gone. This leads me to believe that either 400A or 400B are controlling 400. I recommend further testing of this.
Addendum 400B. Interview log with SCP-400-A.
Hello. My name is Dr. Kashen. I'm one of the researchers at this facility. I've got some questions for you. It would make this very easy if you complied. It seems I don't have a choice. Those guns are very large. Oh, don't mind them. They're just here in case you try something stupid. Right. Anyway, what's so special about me that demands an interrogation? Let's start with something simple, shall we? Tell me, what's your name? My birth certificate came with an NDA. Trust me, you don't want to play these games right now. Like you said, these guns are large. All right, nosy off. My name is Etris. I'm the leader of an Etris guild known as the Divers. I see. Could you explain to me what Etris means, Mr. Eve? It's where I came from. My guild and I are from Etris, home of the Etrians and parts of the Etrian Luminant, within the world of Deep Broken. It used to be a safe space for those wretched freshies, basically idiot newborns with the spatial awareness of a microorganism. Ironically enough, they're the reason me and my brother burned the whole damn thing to the ground. Ah, those sweet cries for help. I see. How did you become the leader of this Divers Guild? Well, that's easy. I was simply the best at combat. To become a member of the Divers, you need to have excellent combat skills, be an efficient explorer, and be a tactile strategist. Luckily for me, when I first made my guild, there weren't that many around. So, proving myself to the endless warriors of the guild, I had my bit of a lot for guild members. Alright, there's no doubt you're skilled at the game. However, there are just certain skills and traits you have that we don't fully understand. We were hoping you could shed some light on those. Oh, you must be referring to how I am able to leave the game and inhabit your world. You see, in the world of Deep Broken, there are these things called resonances. These are abilities you are able to perform once you've had a near-death experience. I happen to have a resonance no one else can obtain that let me travel through space and time and enter a different dimension altogether. I'm able to control it through my car. Speaking of which, is it here? Yes, but I'm afraid you aren't going to be going anywhere anytime soon. I cannot stay, or I have a guild to run. As I stated earlier, our foundation is dedicated to the protection of the masses. We can't have a psychotic cult leader running around killing people. Looking for the length have nothing but wickedness and murder. Good deeds. All of it has to be by death. Good. Okay. And log. What the fuck?
Note from Dr. Kashen.
I fear that whatever guild that guy was talking about might find his whereabouts and come for us. Strict surveillance of all site computers is an utmost priority.
Who's calling me right now, man? I'm in the middle of a... Give me 1 second, guys. Hello? Uh-huh. I see. Really? Whatever. Alright, bye, I gotta go. Alright, sorry about that. Alright, anyway, where were we? Yes. Addendum 400C. Interview with SCP-400B.
Hello. It's my understanding that you're the brother of Eve. Can you tell me your name? Can you tell me what caused you to hate Freshies? Wow, that's curious. Anyway, why did you and your mother choose to drive in a Toyota Prius? Can't argue with you there. Now, regarding your guild, are there any other members able to transcend your world and move to ours? Do you think that there's a likelihood that your absence would cause them to invade? Well, it was nice speaking to you, Mr. Eve's brother. Our guards will be shortly to escort you out of the building. Thanks. Anyway, end log.
Note from Dr. Kishen.
Okay, that's it. I don't trust these guys with their cryptic cult bullshit. I'm ordering the on-site guards to be at their containment facility until further notice. There's just too big of a risk that this guild they speak of is going to attack us.
Addendum 5A-400C. Exploration into SCP-400C, also known as the Etrian Luminant. Date: November 30th, 2022, 11:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Dr. Kishen has approved 5 SCP agents to have SCP-400B teleport them into SCP-400C.
Okay, so we just got approved to exploring this kids video game world thing. It seems strange, but the Foundation wants to know how this damn thing holds real people in it. I got Barker, Thompson, Charles, and Ashton with me. Apparently they got some weird guy with a giant mouth who's gonna let us in. The shit we gotta go through. first day was walking around. We found a bunch of shirtless guys selling swords and whatnot, which was sort of cool, I guess. There was also some guy who sold magic or something, but when I asked him how much, he told me I wasn't smart enough or something. The nerve these fuckers have. We spent most of the day on a giant boat some random guy just happened to have. We asked him if he knew how any real people got into this place. I swear I've never seen someone so damn confused. I hope the folks back at the Foundation can get us out of here when we need to. Anyway, he said he might know the source of this resonance or something. He said that's what that kind of power is called. I'm already sick of this place. Everyone is a damn child who ends up stabbing themselves. Hopefully we can leave soon. This pixelated fruitcake is making my stomach turn. We reached a place called Minityrissa today. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right at all, but it seemed like a nice place, although the cold is really annoying. Thankfully, Thompson had brought extra heating pads, otherwise we'd be damn cryo cubes by now. We had to take down some strange creature that looked like a statue with 5 red eyes, 4 of which were glowing. Folks around here call them Blizzard Knights. Not too hard to take down with the high-caliber arms we had on us. The real danger was this strange thing folk call the Crypt of the Unbroken. I'll give them props, that's a pretty edgy name, and I like it. They say that the people who get sucked in there become entities that roam in this crypt. The folks around here all sound like conspiracy theorists, but it's all we can go off of. I'm not gonna lie, I'm really starting to get sick of this place. The constant talking to people, players attacking us, and now we're getting low on food. Barker got a tapeworm because the Foundation couldn't be fucked enough to give us good food for once. We better find this shit fast, or else we're gonna become these entities, or whatever the hell. Oh my god. What in the ever-loving fuck was that? We lost Charles and Thompson. Holy shit, what a nightmare. There were these giant, weird lizard dinosaur things in it, with coral on their backs, and some fat dude with 100 eyes, and he had a mouth so large you could fit Mount Everest in that thing. Not to mention, we just ran out of food. The 3 of us left were horribly injured, but we can still go on. I hope they get that big mouth guy to let us the fuck out of here.
That was the last transmitted audio message from this exploration. It is noted that the creatures reported have been seen elsewhere within SCP-400-C and resemble common Deepwoken enemies. It appears that SCP-400-C will scale individuals down to a size comparable to the player in-game. Since Exploration 5A-400-C, no further testing of SCP-400 involving Foundation personnel is permitted under O5 Order. Addendum 400-D. Log for attempts at capturing or containing SCP-400-D. Attempt number 1. Giving SCP-400 a flat tire. Date: December 5th, 2022. 1306. SCP-400's engine is placed back into the engine bay. SCP-400 is then lowered off the hydraulic lift it was currently placed on. 1315. SCP-400 is pushed onto a large steel spike. The front left tire pops and goes flat within minutes. 1332. SCP-400-D can be seen approximately 2 kilometers away from SCP-400's containment chamber. However, upon spotting, it quickly retreats into a nearby forest, demanifesting out of sight. Attempt number 2. Causing an oil leak within SCP-400. Date: December 7th, 2022. 9:12. SCP-400's engine is placed back into the engine bay. SCP-400 is then lowered off the hydraulic lift it was currently placed on. 9:20. The oil pin attached to SCP-400's oil pan is loosened, causing oil to seep onto the floor. SCP-400's engine is left to run. 9:55. SCP-400's engine runs noticeably worse, with more irregular engine sounds and a significant decrease in RPM. 10:08. SCP-400-D is seen driving to SCP-400's containment chamber, only to make a sharp U-turn, almost flipping over. SCP-400-D then proceeds to drive away, nearly reaching 178 kilometers per hour before demanifesting within the same forest. Attempt number 3, causing a major engine malfunction within SCP-400 and setting a trap in the forest. Date: December 15th, 2022. 8:45. Foundation agents gather a large steel net and lay it in the forest SCP-400 manifests and demanifests from. 9:14. SCP-400's engine is started, and the oil cap is opened. A random assortment of nuts and bolts are inserted, causing massive engine damage. 9:20. Complete engine failure is achieved, and SCP-400-D is seen manifesting from behind a nearby Foundation storage shed. 9:22. SCP-400 rapidly starts increasing in temperature, nearly hitting 500 degrees Celsius. Foundation personnel are told to evacuate the containment chamber. 9:40. SCP-400 explodes, sending debris and engine parts flying throughout the entire chamber. 2 personnel are considered lost in this event. 9:43. SCP-400-D is seen driving away from the storage shed. The next day, at roughly 1400, SCP-400 appears back on the hydraulic lift completely unscathed. Since this event, all testing involving the attempted capture of SCP-400-D is prohibited under O5 order. Addendum 400-E attempts to discover SCP-400's origins through the VIN number. SCP-400's VIN number is JTDKN3DU4A01062448. Attempts to track down the origin of this VIN number led to a small dealership in Redding, California. Foundation agents were able to go visit and interrogate the owner under the disguise of law enforcement officers running an investigation. The owner, named, said he obtained SCP-400 from an individual looking to buy a new Toyota 4Runner. The owner had discovered the sales records for that individual, whose name was later found out to be Jack Burkett. Foundation agents found where this man lived, and he was currently living in Bernie, California. Foundation agents found the exact address and raided the small townhouse. However, no one was living there, and it seemed to be abandoned. The only thing of note was a small piece of paper with some writing on it.
I don't want to see them again. Those wicked beasts. All they do is force me to play their twisted games. I want no part of it, and I want no part in them. If they attempt to locate me, I'll be long gone. Should they find me, I'll be ready. Never again shall I look them in the eye with a fond gaze. Oh, how I'd love to return to those days. Alas, I must depart from this land. I wish you luck, Ray and Jacob. You'll need it if you want to see me again.
Attempts to ascertain the location of this individual have failed. It is unsure if this individual is even alive. However, the Foundation is certain that the parts of SCP-400 may provide clues as to this individual's whereabouts. Alright, it's over. Thank you everybody for sticking around. This has been Dr. Osborne, and we just finished SCP-400. You are now dismissed.